There have been some slight misconception about the first Mass in the Philippines. Some say that the first Mass happened on Butuan, while others did it on Limasawa. I am here to share my point of view on why Limasawa was where the first Mass has happened, and I will share some of my findings on the secondary sources that has compiled some of the primary sources. According to the interpretation of Miguel A. Bernard, there are 4 pieces of evidence for Limasawa. I will only tell 2 of them. The first one is being Albo's logbook, and the other is the evidence of Pigafetta. Francisco Albo is a pilot for Magellan's flagship, Trinidad. Albo's diary tells some insights on their travels while in the Philippines. The vital part of Albo's logbook was the island named Mazava, as Albo called the island of Limasawa. On the island of Mazava, here they planted a cross on a mountain top. From the accounts of Pigafetta, they remained on the island of Mazawa for 7 days. And Mazawa is another name for the island of Limasawa. These 7 days are essential to telling why Mazawa, or Limasawa was the first place that the first Mass has happened. Their 7-day stay at the island of Mazawa started on Thursday, March 28, and ended on Thursday, April 4. Easter Sunday, March 31, was the day the first Mass in the Philippines was done. In the afternoon, the cross was planted on the summit on the highest hill. The ones present at the Mass and planting of the cross were the King of Mazawa and Butuan. Why then the confusion between Butuan and Limasawa? If the expedition of Magellan clearly stated that they had arrived on an island, Butuan is not an island but only a part of Mindanao, a large island. The problem arises between many misinterpretations of secondary sources. These secondary sources are then trusted by other sources, creating a blockade that this information is a fact. This misinterpretation can be broken if we can find a primary source that the secondary source has misinterpreted, or another primary source present in that time and place. We can now create our analysis of what might have happened in that specific place and time. Misinterpretations can happen when studying something from the past. After all, we have different beliefs and thinking process than in the past. When we travel back in time, our language may be far different from the language of the past. We can misinterpret some of their sayings while speaking to them. Let us now look at the secondary sources, which tells a story that Butuan was the first place that the first Mass had happened. We will talk about the accounts of the historian Father Francisco Colin. At the 12 degrees north, they came upon the Ladrones Island. A few days later, they saw the islands of Ibabao in this archipelago. But the first island they touched was Humuno, a small uninhabited island near Quizon Point. To that and other islets, they gave the name of Buenas Cenas, but to the entire archipelago, they gave the name San Lazaro, being the Saturday of the Saint Lazarus Sunday in Lent of the year 1521. On Easter Day, in the territory of Butuan, the first Mass ever offered in these parts was celebrated and a cross was planted. Magellan then took formal possession of the island in the name of the Emperor and of the Crown of Castile. The man who gave the most signal service to our men was the chief of Dimasao, relative of the chief of Butuan, of that of Cebu, whither he led the armada, which entered the harbor at noon on the 7th of April, the octave of Easter. Their journey was disconnected when Colin said that they celebrated Easter on the territory of Butuan. The accounts didn't say how Magellan got there. The accounts only told that Butuan was where the Easter was celebrated and the cross was planted. Colin's account influenced many subsequent writers. Known as Giovanni Francesco Germilli Carreri, he has written Giro del Mundo, on which Sunday the first Mass was said on the island of Butuan, a cross erected and possession taken in the name of the most invisible Charles V, the Lord Omsau, kinsman of the king of Butuan and to him of Cebu, was assisting Magellan, for he brought the ships into that port on the 7th of April. Before Mass was said on the Whit Sunday, the Lord and the King of Cebu were baptized, and by their means many men of note, and others to the numbers of 500. Regarding these statements as facts, what do you want to believe in? Was the first Mass held in Limasawa or Butuan? It is up to you to decide, and for the future generations will believe what the people of the past believe. Or can you question the authenticity of this account? How were they made? Were they really that accurate? Are they really that important? Was the first Mass on the Philippines even important? What did the first Mass of the Philippines do to us in the present?